Shopping bags are stacked across my doormat on Christmas morning. Dozens of them, stuffed with wrapped presents. 12 hours earlier, someone broke into my apartment and stole every Christmas gift I owned. 4 months of savings gone. Left my 6-year-old crying, asking if Santa skipped her because she'd been bad. I had $12 to my name, no way to replace any of it, no way to fix this. And now, somehow, Christmas has been restored. Someone heard my daughter sobbing through these paper-thin walls last night. Someone knew precisely what had been stolen. Someone spent the night making it right. Think I know who. But when I knock on his door to thank him, what I uncover is going to wreck me in ways I never anticipated. Before we get into it, where are you watching from today? Drop it in the comments. It's Christmas Eve morning when Bella shuffles out of her bedroom, still wrapped in snowman pajamas, hair a mess. Is it Christmas yet? She asks, rubbing her eyes. Tomorrow, baby. One more sleep. Can I see the presents under the tree? After I get home from work. Don't touch them while I'm gone, okay? Promise. She crosses her heart. Promise, mama. I kiss her forehead. She smells like kid shampoo and sleep. 6 years old, first grade, the sweetest child I've ever known. Draws me pictures daily. Invents songs about our cat. Believes in magic despite life giving her precious little reason to. Her father left when she was 2, just walked out one Tuesday morning and never returned. No child support, no birthday cards, nothing at all. It's been just the two of us for 4 years now. I work 2 jobs, waitressing at Morton's, cashiering at the market, 65 hours a week on a good week, 75 when overtime's available. I'm exhausted to my bones. But Bella has no idea we're poor. She doesn't know I survive on ramen so she can eat real food. Doesn't know I wear shoes with holes in them so hers stay new. She just knows Mama works constantly, but loves her more than anything in the world. And this year I'd finally saved enough for a real Christmas. 4 months of stretching every dollar, $412 total. The dollhouse she's been wanting. Art supplies. A winter coat, since hers had grown too small with a broken zipper. Books. Stuffed animals. Things I wrapped and hid in my closet, finally arranging them under our little plastic tree after she fell asleep last night. Real presents, not dollar store throwaways, not second-hand finds from Goodwill. Actual store-bought gifts. I'd never managed this before, never had enough. But this year I did. And tonight, Christmas Eve, after my shifts, I'm coming home to watch Christmas movies with her. And tomorrow we're going to have the best Christmas morning of her life. That was the plan anyway. I work the breakfast shift, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Coffee and pancakes and eggs for families happier and less exhausted than I am. My feet ache, my back aches, but I smile and wish everyone a Merry Christmas Eve and pocket tips destined for next month's rent. At 2 I clock out, drive across town to the market, work the register from 3 to 9. Holiday shoppers in full last-minute panic, long lines, people stressed and short-tempered because they waited until Christmas Eve to shop. I don't judge. I was doing the exact same thing last week, counting every dollar carefully. At 9 I clock out, buy groceries for dinner using earlier tips. Text Mrs. Norton upstairs who's been watching Bella. Coming to get her now. No rush, she texts back. We made cookies. She's watching Elf. I drive home through the cold. Portland in December, wet and gray and dark since 4:30. Christmas lights on the houses making everything look warmer than it actually is. I'm thinking about tomorrow, about Bella's face when she sees the dollhouse, about maybe making pancakes for breakfast, about spending the whole day in pajamas perfect. I pull into our apartment lot at 9:47 p.m. The building is old, rundown, 12 units, half the exterior lights dead, but rent runs $850 and that's all I can manage. I climb the stairs and at the second floor I glance instinctively at our door. Unit 2A. Home. The first thing I notice is that it's open. Not all the way, just cracked, the frame splintered around the lock. My stomach drops. I run to it, push it open. Bella? Mrs. Norton. They're not here. Bella's upstairs with Mrs. Norton. But someone else clearly was. The apartment's been ransacked, drawers pulled open, couch cushions thrown everywhere, my bedroom torn apart, and the Christmas tree, our little plastic one in the corner, sits bare. Every present gone, every single wrapped gift, the dollhouse, the art supplies, the coat, the books, all of it vanished. I stand frozen in the doorway, unable to breathe, unable to think. For months. $412. Everything I had. Gone. Call 911. Police arrive, take a report, dust for prints, tell me what I already suspect. Probably neighborhood kids. Probably already sold the goods. Probably nothing gets recovered. File an insurance claim, except I don't have renter's insurance because I can't afford that either. They leave around 11 p.m. I'm sitting on the couch staring at the bare tree when Mrs. Norton brings Bella upstairs. Natalie? Oh my God, what happened? The police were here. Someone broke in. Stole the presents. Bella looks at the tree, at the empty space beneath it. Her little face crumbles. Where are my presents? Baby. Someone took it. Someone bad came and took the presents. But Santa. Santa's still coming, right? Tomorrow morning. I can't speak, can't tell her the truth that Santa already came, that I'm Santa, that I saved for months and now it's gone and I have $12 until next Friday's paycheck with no way to replace any of it. Mrs. Norton catches my expression, kneels down. Bella? Honey. Let's go back upstairs. We'll have more cookies. I want to stay with Mama. I know, sweetie, but Mama needs to clean up. No. Bella's crying now, full sobs. I want Mama. I want my presents. Did Santa forget me? Was I bad? And that's what breaks me, completely shatters me. I pull her into my arms, hold her while she cries. No, baby. No, you weren't bad. You're the best girl in the whole world. Santa didn't forget you. Then where are my presents? I don't know, sweetheart. I don't know. We sit together on the floor, her sobbing into my shoulder, me crying silently so she won't hear. And through the wall, the thin, cheap wall separating us from 3B, I hear movement. Someone's next door, listening to all of it. Harold Bailey, our neighbor, 82, lives alone, never speaks to anyone. The grumpy old man who yells at kids for being loud in the hallway, who glares at me when I smile at him, who I've been mildly intimidated by since we moved in 2 years ago. He's hearing every bit of this, Bella crying, me trying to console her. The worst night of our lives. And I don't care, can't care. All that matters is my daughter asking if she was bad, if that's why Santa forgot her. I don't sleep that night, can't. Bella finally cries herself out around 1 a.m. I tuck her into bed, then sit in the living room staring at the empty tree. $12 to my name until Friday, no presents, no way to fix any of it, no way to give my daughter a Christmas. I failed her completely. At 3 in the morning, sounds resume through the wall, movement, heavy objects being dragged, his door opening and closing repeatedly, footsteps in the hallway, right outside mine. Then silence. I don't get up to check, too exhausted, too broken. Just sit there in the dark trying to figure out what I'll tell Bella in the morning. 6 a.m. Christmas morning, Bella will be up soon. I'm in the kitchen making coffee when I hear it. A soft knock at the door. I freeze. 6 in the morning, who knocks at 6 on Christmas? I check the peephole, nobody there. But I hear footsteps descending the stairs fast, like someone fleeing. I unlock the door, the police having rigged a temporary fix to the broken lock the night before, and open it. Shopping bags everywhere stuffed with wrapped presents. I step into the hallway, look around, nobody there, just bags upon bags of gifts on my doormat. I kneel down, open the first one. The dollhouse Bella wanted, I recognize it by shape and the matching wrapping paper I'd used. I open the rest, all my gifts, Bella's gifts, every single one restored. A small envelope is tucked into one bag. I open it with shaking hands. Inside, in old-fashioned handwriting, Santa didn't forget. He never forgets good children. Merry Christmas. No signature, no name. I sit there in the hallway surrounded by bags and just cry, because someone did this, someone heard my daughter crying and brought everything back. But who? Mama, Bella's voice behind me. She's standing in the doorway in her snowman pajamas, staring at the bags. What? What's happening? I think Santa came after all, baby. Really? Her eyes go enormous. But the presents got stolen. I know. But Santa heard what happened, and he brought it back. She doesn't question it, she's 6, she believes. She starts pulling presents from the bags, squealing. Mama! Mama, look. It's a dollhouse. And art stuff. Oh my gosh. I'm crying and laughing and so overwhelmed I can barely function. But I help her haul everything inside. We pile the presents under the tree, fill the empty space, recreate the Christmas I'd wanted to give her.
Bella is radiant. Pure joy.
She has no idea these gifts came from a person, not magic. But I know. And I need to find out who. There's only one candidate. The only person who could have heard everything last night. Harold Bailey, 3B, our grumpy, silent neighbor I've always found vaguely intimidating, who seems to despise everyone. After Bella finishes opening every present, hours later, wanting to examine each item individually, I tell her to play with her new toys while Mama handles something. I walk next door, knock on 3B. No answer. I knock again. Mr. Bailey? It's Natalie from 2A. I just want to talk. After a long pause, the door opens just a crack. Harold Bailey peers out, looking exhausted, like he hasn't slept at all. He's 82, thin, weathered gray hair, deep-set eyes that have witnessed too much. What do you want? His voice is gruff, unwelcoming. I want to thank you. For what? For the presents. For what you did for Bella. I know it was you. Nobody else could have heard. Don't know what you're talking about. He starts closing the door. I catch it with my hand. Please, Mr. Bailey. I know it was you. And I can't even begin to thank you enough. You saved Christmas for my daughter. You saved me from breaking her heart. How can I ever repay? I catch a glimpse through the gap into his apartment just for a second. It's empty, not messy, not cluttered, genuinely empty. No furniture besides a single chair and what looks like a sleeping bag on the floor. Nothing on the walls, nothing anywhere. Like someone sold off everything they owned. Wasn't me. His voice is firm. Don't know anything about presents. Merry Christmas. He closes the door, I hear the lock click. I stand there a moment. He denied it, but I know. I know it was him. Over the following days, I can't stop thinking about it. About that empty apartment. About an 82-year-old man sleeping on the floor. About where all his furniture went. I do some digging, talk to Mrs. Norton, who's lived here longer than anyone. She tells me Harold's been here 15 years, used to have a proper apartment, furniture, TV, decorations. Wife passed a few years back. Son never visits. The pieces click together. He heard Bella crying, heard her ask if Santa forgot her, and he sold everything he owned for a child he'd never even met. But why? And how? I need to understand. A few days after Christmas, I make extra dinner, lasagna, far too much for me and Bella alone. I carry a plate next door, knock. Harold answers, same gruff expression. What? I made too much dinner. Thought you might like some. It's still warm. I'm not hungry. Mr. Bailey, please. I know you won't admit what you did, but let me at least give you dinner. It's the least I can do. He stares at me for a long moment, then reluctantly accepts the plate. Fine. Thank you. Door closes. I keep bringing him dinner every few days. Sometimes he answers, sometimes he doesn't. When he does, he always takes the food but never invites me inside, never admits to anything. But slowly, very slowly, he begins to thaw. One day in January, Bella's with me when I knock. She peers around my legs. Hi, Mr. Bailey. He looks down at her. Hello. Thank you for taking Mama's food. She's a really good cook. I'm sure she is. Do you like pictures? I draw lots of pictures. I suppose pictures are fine. I'll draw you one. What do you like? Dogs? Cats? Unicorns? For the first time I catch something that might be a smile barely just at the corner of his mouth. Surprise-me. Bella lights up. Okay. The next day she draws him a cat wearing a Santa hat. I deliver it to his door. This time when he answers he actually studies it. She's very talented, he says quietly. She is. She loves art. Thanks to Santa bringing her all those supplies. I pause. Mr. Bailey, I don't know if you can hear through the walls, but she plays with those toys every day. The dollhouse, the art stuff, all of it. Every single day. You made her so happy. I told you it wasn't. I know what you told me. And I'm not going to push. But whoever did that, whoever gave up everything to help a stranger, they're a good person. The best kind of person. And I hope they know how much it mattered. He's quiet then. The little girl. Bella. She's okay now? After the break-in. She's okay thanks to Santa. He nods slowly. Good. That's good. Over the following months something shifts. Bella starts knocking on his door just to say hi. Show him her latest drawing, tell him about school. And Harold grumpy, isolated Harold who yells at kids in the hallway, never once raises his voice at her. He answers the door, examines her pictures, listens to her stories, says that's nice or good job or simply nods. But he always answers. One day in March, Bella knocks on his door. Mr. Bailey, it's my birthday next week. I'm gonna be 7. We're having cake. Do you want to come? Through the door I hear his voice, uncertain. I don't think. Please? Mama makes really good cake, and you're my friend now. A long silence then. What day? Saturday at 2 o'clock. I'll think about it. Saturday arrives.
I bake chocolate cake, Bella esse favorite.
Mrs. Norton comes down, a couple of kids from Bella's class, a small gathering. Bella keeps watching the door. Is Mr. Bailey coming? She asks me quietly. I don't know, sweetheart. He said he'd think about it. 2:15 a knock. I open the door. Harold stands there looking uncomfortable, holding a small wrapped present. I wasn't sure I should come, he says. We're so glad you did. I mean it.
Come in.
He steps inside, surveys the decorations, the kids playing, the chaos of a 7-year-old's party, looking thoroughly out of place. Bella runs over. Mr. Bailey, you came. Did you bring that for me? He hands her the present. Happy birthday. She tears it open, a sketchbook with real artist paper, and a set of professional colored pencils, the expensive kind. Oh wow, Mr. Bailey, this is so cool. Thank you. She hugs him, just throws her arms around his waist. He stands there frozen, arms at his sides like he doesn't know what to do. Then slowly, carefully, he pats her head. You're welcome. After that day, everything changes. Harold isn't merely the neighbor anymore. He's Harold, Bella's friend. He joins us sometimes when I bring dinner, talks a little, shares stories about his Navy days, about his wife Ruth who died 3 Christmases ago, about how empty his life has felt since. He never mentions his son. When I ask once, he just says, we don't talk anymore. That's the whole answer. In June, Bella starts calling him Harry, decides entirely on her own that Mr. Bailey or Harold sound too formal. Hi, Harry, she says when she spots him in the hallway. He stops. Harry. Yeah, it's a nickname. Sounds friendlier. Do you like it? He's silent so long I think he's offended. Then his voice comes out rough, choked. Nobody's ever called me that. In 82 years. Always been Harold. Well, now you're Harry. Is that okay? He nods, can't speak, just nods. That night he knocks on my door. When I open it, his eyes are red. Are you okay? I ask. She called me Harry. I know. I hope that's okay. If it's not, I can tell her. No. He shakes his head. No, I've never had a nickname. My wife called me Harold. My son called me Dad or Sir. Nobody's ever just given me a name like that. It means she loves you. You know that, right? She wouldn't give you a nickname if she didn't love you. Why? His voice breaks. Why would she love me? I'm just the grumpy old man next door. Because you're kind. Because you listen to her stories. Because you look at every picture she draws. Because you show up when she asks you to. Because you're not grumpy to her. He wipes his eyes. I don't deserve this. Either of you. Yes, you do. You deserve all of it. Summer passes. Harry becomes part of our lives, part of our family. He joins us for dinner once a week, sits on the floor with Bella while she draws, teaches her to fold paper airplanes, tells her stories about the ocean and ships and faraway places he's seen. I watch him slowly return to life. Still quiet, still reserved, but there's warmth now, smiles, laughter when Bella says something funny. One evening in August, after Bella's gone to bed, Harry and I sit in my living room with tea. I need to tell you something, he says. Okay. Last Christmas. The presents. It was me. I traded everything. Every piece of furniture. Ruth's wedding ring. Everything. Gave it all to those kids to get your daughter's presents back. To get her Christmas back. Harry, you didn't have to. Yes, I did. His voice is firm. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. My son Michael. He's 47 years old. Lives in Seattle. Hasn't spoken to me in 4 years, but our relationship was never good. You want to know what I did? I worked too much. I was Navy then civilian contractor. Gone all the time. Missed his childhood. His baseball games. His graduation. Everything. I thought I was providing. Thought that's what a father did. Work hard. Make money. Provide. He pauses, takes a shaky breath. When Ruth died, Michael blamed me. Said that the stress and loneliness throughout life gave her cancer. Maybe he's right. I don't know. But he cut me off. Completely. I've called. Written letters. Nothing. He won't even tell me about my grandchildren. Tears run down his face. So I spent 3 Christmases alone. Bitter. Angry. Hating everyone. Especially kids. Every time I saw a family, saw a father with his children, it reminded me of what I lost, what I threw away. And then Christmas Eve last year I heard Bella crying through the wall. Heard her ask if Santa forgot her. Heard you trying to comfort her. And I remembered Michael at that age, 6 years old, asking me why I missed his birthday party, why I was never home, why Mommy cried so much. He's sobbing now, fully crying. I looked out my window, saw 2 kids running from the building, teenagers carrying bags. I knew what they'd done. I knew they just destroyed your Christmas, destroyed that little girl's belief in everything good. He wipes his eyes. So I followed them. Old man in his bathrobe following 2 punk kids through the neighborhood at 10 at night. They went to this house 6 blocks away. Dealer's house. I know the type. Seen it in every port city I've ever been to. Kids stealing to feed habits or make quick money. I knocked on the door. They answered. Laughed at me. Old man asking for stolen presents back. I told them I'd give them something better. Furniture. Tea. Jewelry. Real stuff they could sell for real money. Not toys and kids' clothes. Harry, you didn't. I did. We made a deal. I went back to my apartment. They followed. I gave them everything. The couch Ruth and I bought in 1985. The TV, her wedding ring, the dining table. Everything I owned except my clothes and Ruth's photo. They loaded it all into a truck. Gave me the bags of presents. Left. He looks at me with devastated eyes. By 3 in the morning my apartment was empty. But I had your daughter's Christmas. So I carried it all to your door. Every bag. Took me 4 trips. And I left it there for Bella to find. You traded everything. Everything to get stolen presents back from criminals. I couldn't save my own son. Couldn't give him what he needed when it mattered. But I could save her Christmas. Could give one little girl one happy morning. That's all I wanted. Just one child who wouldn't spend Christmas crying. It mattered, I whisper. It saved us. Both of us. No. You saved me. You and Bella. You let me in. You gave me a nickname. You made me part of your family. These last 8 months with you, they've been the happiest I've had in 3 years. You gave me more than I gave you. You gave me a reason to wake up. A reason to live. You gave me a family again when I thought I'd lost that forever. I'm crying too now. You're stuck with us, you know. You can't get rid of us now. He laughs through tears. I don't want to get rid of you. Good. Because Bella would be devastated. And so would I. Fall arrives. Bella starts 2nd grade. Harry walks her to the bus stop every morning, waits with her until it comes, waves goodbye. In October he starts teaching her chess, sets up an old board on my kitchen table, and they play every Saturday morning. I help him buy some furniture back so he can live more comfortably. In November we share Thanksgiving together, me, Bella, Harry, Mrs. Norton, a small gathering. Harry brings pie, store-bought, but still. As we're eating, Bella looks at him. Harry, are you going to be here for Christmas? If you want me to be? Of course I want you to be. Your family. He has to excuse himself, goes to the bathroom, comes back 10 minutes later with red eyes but smiling. Christmas comes again, 1 year since that terrible night, since the break-in, since the presents appeared, since everything changed. We decorate the tree together, me, Bella, and Harry hang ornaments, string lights. Bella makes Harry put the star on top. Because you're the tallest, Harry. Christmas morning we open presents together. I bought Harry a warm coat, his having gone threadbare. Bella made him a drawing. Harry and Bella and Mama. Written across the top, 3 stick figures holding hands. He stares at it for a long time, then carefully folds it and tucks it into his wallet. I'm going to keep this forever, he says. We spend the day together watching movies, eating too much food, playing games. Perfect. That night, after Bella goes to bed, Harry sits with me in the living room. "Thank you," he says quietly. "For what?" "For letting me be part of this. For not giving up on me. For seeing past the grumpy old man. You were never grumpy. You were just lonely. I was both." He smiles sadly. "But I'm not lonely anymore. For the first time in years, I'm not lonely." Winter turns to spring, spring to summer. Harry attends every birthday party, every school event, every milestone. Bella's adopted grandfather in every way that matters. In June he gets sick, just a cold at first, but it doesn't improve. He's 84 now, his body tired. By August it's pneumonia. He's hospitalized. I visit daily after work, bring Bella when I can. One evening in late August, the doctor pulls me aside. "He's not getting better. His heart is failing. No, he can't. We need him. Bella needs him. I'm sorry. Maybe a few more days. Maybe a week. But that's all." I tell Harry. He nods like he already knew. "I'm not afraid," he says. "I've had 18 good months. That's more than I deserved. You deserved 50 more years. Maybe, but I got what I needed. I got to be Harry. I got to have a nickname. I got to have a family again." Bella comes in, climbs carefully onto the hospital bed, curls up next to him. "I love you, Harry," she says. "I love you too, Bella, so much." He dies 3 days later, peaceful in his sleep. The funeral is small, just us, Mrs. Norton, a few people from the building who knew him, and one other person, a man in his late 40s who walks in late, sits in the back, speaks to no one. After the service I approach him. "Are you Michael?" He nods. "How did you know? You look like him. Are you okay?" "I don't know. I got a call from the hospital. Didn't even know he was sick. Haven't talked to him in 20 years. I was angry for so long. And then I got the call that he died and realized I'd never told him." His voice breaks. "I never told him I forgave him. He knew you were angry. But he understood why." "Did he talk about me?" "He told me he failed you. That he worked too much and missed your childhood. That he lost you because of it. And he said those were his biggest regrets." Michael wipes his eyes. "I was so angry. For so long. My mom died and I blamed him. Said he killed her. Said terrible things. Cut him off. And now he's dead and I can't take it back." "He didn't expect you to take it back. He just hoped you were happy. That you had a good life. Do you have kids?" "A daughter. She's 8. Bella." "Did he know her?" "He loved her like she was his own granddaughter. He was part of our family. He walked her to school every morning, played games with her, taught her chess. She called him Harry." Michael breaks down, full sobs. "He never had a nickname. Nobody ever called him anything but Harold. Bella did. She decided Harold was too formal, so he was Harry. I should have been there, should have given him that. Should have let him meet my kids. Should have. You can't change the past. But your father knew you were angry. And he understood. And in his last months he was happy. Really happy. That's what he wanted me to tell you if you ever showed up. That he was happy. That he was okay." Michael nods, can't speak, just nods. It's Christmas again now, 1 year since Harry died. Bella is 9, still draws pictures constantly, still talks about Harry like he's just in the other apartment. "Do you think Harry can see us from heaven?" she asks on Christmas morning as we decorate the tree. "I think so, baby. I think he's watching." "Good. Because I want him to see that we still put up his ornament." She points to the tree. "There's a special ornament, one I made after he died. A simple wooden circle with Harry painted on it in Bella's handwriting. Do you miss him?" I ask. "Every day. But I'm happy I knew him. He was the best Harry in the whole world. He really was." We finish decorating. Bella steps back to admire the tree, smiles at Harry's ornament. "Merry Christmas, Harry," she says to the tree, to the memory, to the grumpy old man who wasn't grumpy at all, who was just lonely until a little girl decided to call him by a name nobody had ever used before. And I think about that Christmas Eve 3 years ago, about presents being stolen, about despair and fear and a daughter asking if she was bad, about an 82-year-old man selling everything he owned to give a stranger's child a Christmas, about how the grumpiest people sometimes carry the biggest hearts, about how loneliness can look exactly like anger until someone bothers to look closer, about how a single act of kindness, born from tragedy, can save more than one life. Harry saved us that Christmas, but we saved him too, gave him back his purpose, his family, his name, gave him 18 months of joy after 3 years of emptiness. Sometimes the greatest gift you can give someone isn't something purchased in a store. It's a place at your table, a nickname that means family, a reason to wake up in the morning. Sometimes the greatest gift is simply being seen, truly seen, not as the grumpy old man next door, but as Harry. So let me ask you, have you ever completely misjudged someone? Assumed they were unkind only to discover they were hurting? Would you have given someone a second chance to be more than your first impression of them? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if this story reminded you that the loneliest people sometimes just need someone to see them, really see them, hit that subscribe button. Because the world needs more stories about how we're all just looking for a family, a place to belong, someone to call us by a name that means we matter.